What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Susie. Today, I just wanted to talk about something with Maplestory's classes, and that's just how many of them. So, first things first, actually, we need to, well, I'm sure we all realize it, but just in case, you have to remember, we spend, probably 95% of the game just grinding and mobbing. And let's be honest, nobody ever has sound on, nobody ever has skill sound effects on, because you play in windowed mode, or you play with a second screen, if you have one, and you just watch videos as you grind. Now, I feel many of the classes when grinding are I don't feel repetitive is the right word, but it feels like many classes are too similar, if that makes sense. And if you watch the recent Korean conference between players and Nexon staff, I suppose they are, they address that they want to change some more things to make classes even more similar, such as speed, jump. They want to make that all globalized. But I really don't think that it should be that way. If you have a warrior, right, something that's supposed to be slower, hitting harder, versus something like an archer or a thief, something that's supposed to be faster, faster movement, faster attacks, and such, at least in my head, this is how it works, then they should be different. That's what makes the classes feel unique. And I feel that uniqueness is really lost nowadays between classes. It doesn't feel like they're unique. They'll have maybe one little niche thing that makes them unique. At least with the recent classes that come out and reworks that happen. Not that there's been a rework in quite a while. And if you go, Jet had a rework. Not really. Let's be quite honest. But when it comes down to it, most classes don't feel very unique. And I think that's an issue that will end up suffering in the long run. At least GMS wise. I know Korea, it's like, I'm pretty sure this still the number one MMORPG in Korea. Granted, I could be wrong about that. It's definitely up there. But I feel at least GMS is too close to KMS. They don't do their own thing at all. So Nexon America doesn't branch out that much. Granted, we get things from JMS, as well as a couple minor things we get, but at the end of the day, many classes just don't feel unique. And then it comes down to mobbing, typically. Bossing is the only thing that feels unique, but if you can only clear a boss once a week, and let's say it only takes you 3 hours to do all your weekly bosses, then you've spent 95% of your grind time just building up to clearing 3 hours worth of content. And maybe it's just me, but that feels like one of the biggest issues. You know, you do spend 95%, or maybe even you straight up don't boss. At least on a weekly basis. I know I don't. Even though I probably should be. So I feel the grind experience isn't unique enough between classes. Because there's like 3 types of classes, really. There's hurricane mobbers, which are things like Phantom, Wild Hunter, Mechanic, and before you say, hang on. Now, I know phantoms don't even mob with hurricane. They steal things like showdown. So then you just have what I'm going to call rectangular mobbers, which are classes that are like heroes, dark knights, anything that you just make a rectangle in front of you for a hitbox. That's what I'm talking about. And I feel like maybe, again, it's just me, but that loss of uniqueness that the game used to have feels like a big issue. And I mean, granted, I personally, so I've played every class in the game except for Ho Young, to be honest, because I have no attraction to that class. I genuinely haven't found a main. I don't plan on continuing my zero after 250. Not really sure what I'll do. I'll probably just farm till something actually catches my eye. But until then, I don't know. Something about Maplestory, and of course I do love the game. I'm not just making hate videos for fun. I see these more as ways to reach out into the community and see what you guys think. Because I'm not exactly big on forums, but I don't see people really talking about this at all. And the laws of uniqueness of classes. And I think it's really sad. I'd say one of the more unique classes in this game is, unfortunately, something like Mercedes. Just because it's really dependent on just comboing like 3 skills constantly. Zero, of course, is somewhat unique, but when it comes down to mobbing, you're just using Windbreak as well as, I forget what that's called, to be honest. Earth Shatter or something. I genuinely can't remember. Hang on. Wind Cutter and Giga Crash. My bad. But yeah, that's just basically like if you used a worse version of Cannoneer's. Oh man, what they changed it. It used to be a laser, but it's no longer a laser. It's the bazooka skill, you know, the Cannoneer one. It's like a worse version of that. Maybe it's just me for playing the game too long. I mean, I have more free time than I really ever needed. I graduated college and I'm now just unemployed. Of course, looking for a job, but I don't feel the classes are unique. Luminous is another one that's pretty unique. Of course, Ice Lightning Mage has like fake reflection, but I don't know. Again, maybe it's just me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on, are the classes unique or not, and you know, maybe you have ideas on what can they change to make classes unique. What can they do to keep the game feeling like they're not just re-releasing the same class with a niche like Adele. It just feels like if you took Nightlord's Showdown and then gave them, well, actually it just kind of feels like a reskin of Nightlord, doesn't it? When you think about it. If their flying swords are just Nightlord's, what's it called? Shadow Mark, I think? Where the stars come flying out. I don't know. Maybe Kane will be more of a unique class, but I guess only time will tell. Anyway, that's just my opinion. This has been Socier. I hope you all take care. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun junk. And I'll see you all next time. Take care.